Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello, my name is Kayla. I'm sure most of you will be new because, your girl doesn't post often. Today I come to you today with a talking video. Ignore the ever oh so annoying sounds in the background. Fan and a baby monitor. Dude, my nose is so runny. What the heck? So today we in our comfy clothes and we're gonna be talking about self-inflicted stress. So what I mean by self-inflicted stress is you and your mind perpetuating unnecessary situations and it playing over and over in your head and constantly think about the unnecessary things. This is what I come to you today, and I have written some notes I would like to share with you my experiences. Excuse my face. That's just all I gotta say about that. So, first I'd like to talk about my personality in general. So, I'm one of those people where I'm a perfectionist, but I procrastinate at the same time, which is those two personality traits clash with each other because this one wants to delay everything, but this one wants to get it done and wants to get it done perfectly. And I don't know what in the world is my hair doing. My goodness. Ugh. So I have always been like this, and even when I don't do things the way that I plan them to and they don't go my way, I get mad and I beat myself up over it. I don't get mad at the situation or somebody else. I get mad at myself, which self-induced stress. Wow. So, and it's been like that since I was younger. Like, my mom would tell me, like, there was times where I'd be sitting at the dinner table doing homework and I start crying and like throwing stuff and hitting myself because I can't do stuff. I sound like a psycho child, but that's just how I was. Now, of course, today I'm still like that, but I don't attack myself. But I get so frustrated, and that's why I'm a teenager. Technically not a teenager, but you get the gist. Who has high anxiety. Woo. Every other person that is a part of my generation has that diagnosis. I would definitely say what brought it about more with me having high anxiety was in high school. Two factors, I would say. One, my knee, which those of you who don't know me, because I don't think I've mentioned anything about it, I've had 4 surgeries on my knee, 5 surgeries in total. The other one doesn't really matter too much. But for my leg, I had 4 surgeries. I used to be on a dance team, but because of me being clumsy and injuring myself, that happened. So I was not able to do the dance team anymore. And I had to have surgeries back to back, PT, I was on medications, which made me sad, and I would just get terrible anxiety. And God bless my boyfriend, there was times where we'd be on FaceTime and I would just start having a panic attack because I found out that, I have to get another surgery done. Probably thought I was a psychopath, but here we go, 4.5 years strong, still dealing with it. But yeah, between that and then also I've noticed, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, look at me type person. But I noticed whenever I did get a boyfriend, I became more noticeable to certain people. Now, again, like I'm saying, it's not like everybody thought that I was attractive, because I know I'm not that attractive. Simple as that. But people just noticed more. So more stuff started formulating, and everybody wanted to have some assumptions and start stupid rumors. That alone was stressful in itself, which, let me tell you, if I had the balls that I do now, back in high school, some of these people that was talking crap about me would not be here today. That's all I'm gonna say, because I am out of high school. I don't talk to any of those people anymore. I never see any of those people anymore, so they're not a part of my life. Don't gotta deal with that. But I would say that those two main factors is what progressed me to have higher anxiety. So fast forwarding out of high school anxieties, with me stressing myself out over that, I also tried to apply to a certain college. It will not be named. I'm not going to name any person or place in this video, but I tried applying to a certain college, and to sum up the story, they pretty much tried to scam me in a sense, and I had to take it to like the president and do a letter and everything on all of this bull crap. And then I kind of got discouraged. I'm like, I seriously want to go to college. This sucks that I'm going through this. I don't want to be one of those people where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to take some time off, and then I'm going to take some time off again, and then not end up going to college. That's not my plan. Now, for some of you who do that plan, it's worked out for you, great, but that's not what I want. I want something bigger and better for myself, because I know what my expectations are, and I know what I can and cannot do. So whenever I was going through this, and to tie into college, should I say, I have money issues. What I mean by money issues is I do not know how to save money. I know that, and yet I still don't do nothing about it. For my graduation party from high school, I had so much money saved up from my party, but what did this dummy do? I spent all my money. So not only on top of going through this bull crap, me not being smart with my money, I had to start from plan B, beginning, trying to figure out, okay, well, let me start looking for colleges that I can do, and then also ways that I can save money, because then I started working at Walmart, which you guys already know that I work at Walmart, so. But, even then, it's like I'd save up money, and then something would happen, and then I'd spend it all again. But then I was able to finally find a college that I like. Now, keep in mind that this college is a lot more expensive than a regular, community college. So, while I'm getting my associates, I am spending a crap ton of money for this school to technically not even put towards my program. It seems like it goes to other programs. But I love this school. It's really good. But at the same time, I'm on a deadline. So what I mean by I'm on a deadline is I have externship in December. I need to get a car by December. I'm getting told one thing and then getting told another thing about a car situation, so I'll have the money saved up, and then I get told this, and then I'm like, okay, well, let me spend a little bit of money, and then I get told this, I'm like, well, crap, well, then I need to save up again, and it's like a back and forth type of game between that. So on top of having to pay a lot for college, and I know that I pay a lot for college compared to everybody else in my classroom, because everybody else is either married or has children. And when you got those liabilities, you don't have to pay as much. Me, that's not the case for me. I'm not married and I don't have kids. I live with my parents still, which thank God that that's the case, because I would not be able to pay for anything on my own with the paycheck that I receive and the amount of money that I gotta pay for college. And keep in mind, I have to pay up my tuition by graduation or I cannot graduate. So with all of this happening, it's stressing me out. And there was one point a few weeks ago where, about a few weeks ago, I'm not one to joke about mental illness or anything like that, or be like, oh yeah, I'm like so dead inside. No, I was literally like depressed. Now, I would never hurt myself ever. Like, that's not me. But it was just more of feeling so low, like, why can't I do this? I feel like I try so hard, but nothing seems to show, and every time that I do put forth the effort, it just gets ripped away from me. So between all of that, it was like, it really freaking sucked. And it didn't help that the classes that I was taking at that moment where I started feeling like this wasn't helping out either. Like, it was just the workload and the way that things were getting graded and all of that stuff. It just wasn't helping. So that in itself, I mean, I'm feeling a lot better mentally wise now, just because I'm not dealing with those classes anymore. I'm in a new class, but I still have to worry about car. I'm gonna need a car in 5 months. So my solution is just to not bring my wallet with me to school or to work, because I know that I will be tempted to buy stuff. Now, yes, it has worked, but I'm still buying like sodas and snacks, which I don't want to do. So I bought food to make lunches, because I figured, at school for this day and this day, I have a lunch break, so I have some food for that. And then on weekends, I work longer shifts, so I get a lunch break then. So it's 4 days out of the week that I had to have food made for me. So I figured that it'd be easier to buy stuff and just pack lunches, and then when I run out, buy it again. But there's just times where I still need to bring my wallet, and then I'm just like, oh, well, I could pay for this, or, oh yeah, I'm kind of thirsty, I want to buy this. And yet I spend money again, and then I don't have anything. So it's like, school and money is the ultimate self-inflicting stress on my life. So, another factor, which everyone will say that this is a factor. If you're a person that works, you know how stressful work can be. Now, yes, not everybody works like this type of job or this type of job, but my job specifically, don't get me wrong, I love this place, but it's just, you have to have thick skin, my friend, to be able to deal with some of the stuff that I put up with. And no matter where you go, you're gonna have similar situations, but there's just a whole different reality to people when it comes to fast food or retail. I've had so many people tell me this. Even the people that currently work at my job with me are the ones that say this the most. And we're not talking about the job itself, it's the things that you experience in the job. So, for example, again, by all means, disclaimer, I am not talking bad about my job. It's the things that I've experienced that has caused me stress. So recently, we implemented new doors where you can only come in one way and you can only leave one way. I've seen places like this before. It is nothing new. So tell me why everybody's crapping their pants over doors that you have to only go one way and one way out. I have been called so many names in between in the English dictionary, so many rude names, and it's like, I'm not going to sit there and be mean to the customers. I'm like, I'm sorry, was like, this is a corporate thing. They wanted to do this to stop shoplifting. And then, of course, you know, you get called effing stupid. You need to change this. I'm never coming here again. I hope you guys shut down and you lose your job. Things like that. And it's like, for somebody who already has anxiety, and I'm sure some of you can relate, when people put you down and it like really gets to you, you feel like crap. Literal crap. Like the one day that I got called effing stupid, I went home crying because I could not take it anymore because it freaking sucked. But like I said previously, you know, depending on the different situations, you're always going to have people like that that's not going to agree with you, whatever it may be. So for like assessing my mental situations that I got going on, I know I'm a person who is a perfectionist, a procrastinator. I want to please everybody because not only for self-inflicting stress is it you're controlled by what people expect of you, but you also set expectations of yourself. So not only do I have all these people standing behind me like, oh, keep doing this, this, and this, and you got this, and you're okay, you can keep doing this, we want you to do this. Or you have yourself where you're like, you know, I really want to do this, but then you think of something to put yourself down. And what I mean by that, like, I know what I want to do, and I know my viewpoint on how I'm going to get there, but then I'm like, but what if this happens? Do you know what you're going to do? You know, you're too busy doing this, so how do you think you're going to get anywhere? You know, stuff like that. And it's more of like a me versus me, not a me versus everybody, even though I have both of those, but it's more me battling my own mind. And where I'm coming from with this, I was watching one girl, Sarah Kay, she was talking about something similar to this, how she wants to do a video on this, how she was saying, you know, a you versus everybody type situation, you can eventually get out of it. But the worst type of situation that you can put yourself in is you fighting against yourself. Because typically, you know, when it's a you versus everybody situation, like she said, you got your own back. You are your own person. You know who you are. You can hold yourself up. But when you're fighting against yourself, that's a whole different battle. Literally a whole different battle, because it's almost like your consciousness is fighting your own mind, which I have the belief of your consciousness, your mind, and your physical being of a body are three different people. That, don't even get me started on that, because that can literally be like the longest video ever. But you're literally three different people. You're all yourself, but you're three different people. So when you're fighting against yourself, you know, you can literally put yourself into the most darkest mindset ever. Have I ever gotten that far? No, but there has been times, like I said, you know, that I'm like fighting against myself, essentially. That's what I'm trying to get at. So what I plan to do, again, what I plan to do, and that's if I actually get to it. Like I said, you know, so I want to set a schedule, and I've been keeping an agenda, which is good. Yeah, I've been keeping an agenda, so I've been trying to stay on top of everything. So like when it comes to homework, when it comes to physical therapy, when it comes to work, I would like to know when I have what stuff. That has been helping out a lot. I've been staying on top of my work. I'd like to thank my supervisor for giving me this advice, and I actually told her specifically, even though she forgot, but like, she sees plenty of students, but she has helped me with that whole plan. Also, I just need to know how to stick to time management and also budgeting. For the love of God, budgeting. Please, Kayla, because your girl is terrible with money. But it's all a matter of me wanting to live life to the best that I can, not letting things get to me, because I am a person that lets things get to me. I know that's my personality, that's who I am. Dude, my thighs are sweating so disgustingly bad. Luckily, this video is almost done. But yeah, it's just a matter of setting yourself goals and knowing what you want to change and actually going for it. Because if you don't go for something and you keep pushing it off, it's never going to get done. So, moral of the story is set yourself some goals and know what you want to do and have a plan for yourself and try to not let things get to you. Now, everybody can say that, but we all know that it still happens. That is life. That is what a human being is supposed to be about, because we have more complex minds than other animals where they just worry about 2 specific things and that's it. Us, we gotta worry about this, and this, and this, and this, and everything else in between. You just gotta take a minute, separate yourself from whatever that you're having conflict with, and assess the situation and know what you can and cannot do, and what you can fix on your own, and what will eventually just have to get better on its own. So, I hope you enjoyed this talk. I just wanted to make a video. Yeah, I'm coming up out of nowhere filming a random video. I almost said a curse word. My bad. Procrastination. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to share the video. Also, if you really liked it, you can subscribe. If you did not like the video, you can go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below, and I will see you next time. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are, and bye!